They put their lives on the line for their country. Tonight, there's growing concern local veterans are now sick because of where they served. It was an old Army base halfway around the world in Uzbekistan. Some stationed there now report headaches, rashes, even cancer. And as News 4 investigates, Chris Negus found out a soldier from Missouri is leading the battle for truth and accountability.
I arrived in June of 2002, and we were assigned to tents.
James Donahue of St. Peter's was commander of the 329th Quartermaster Battalion, an Army Reserve unit based in St. Louis.
After 9/11, this unit was actually called in to backfill and establish a base in Karshi, Uzbekistan.
That air base, sometimes called K2, was an old Russian Army base that the U.S. military converted into a landing zone and tent city for U.S. soldiers and served as an important hub in the fight against terrorism. Conditions at the facility were rustic, according to Donahue.
My unit was the only one that was in tents the entire time we were there.
The unit was deployed there 9 months. Years later, those 9 months are having a lasting impact.
There were warning signs, but honestly, there was no communication to the troops.
Donahue is one of those who served at the base, who faced a diagnosis of cancer years later.
My family has really no cancer, and yet I got kidney cancer.
Headaches, daily headaches.
Scott Welsh is another soldier who served there after 9/11, battling illness today.
Skin rashes. I get kidney stones constantly.
Scott was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2013 and had surgery. 10% of the members of the group report battling some type of cancer.
Oh my gosh, there's a myriad of problems. A lot of lung issues, a lot of thyroid issues, other cancers.
It all stems from what the Russians left behind when they abandoned the base after the Cold War.
They use that base as a place for storing some of their chemical munitions. Mustard gas, mustard derivatives, uranium.
Other reports show the U.S. government spread clean soil on top of the contamination and believes that move capped any toxins. However, soldiers like Welsh call it a literal cover-up that didn't work, pointing out photos of strong windstorms and flooding.
We noticed almost immediately that the ground itself was not porous. So you spill something, the water didn't go anywhere. So we assumed that there was oil.
There were other warning signs, literal warning signs.
And that was right by the PT track. You know, you'd run laps and just run right by that sign. You'd think, oh, okay, there's a sign.
Welsh took photos of a pond soldiers called Skittles Pond because the color was so intense. In recent years, Welsh helped organize a Facebook group for those who served at K2 and now suffer from illness.
A lot of constant headaches, persistent headaches. Those type of things.
Donahue says there were dozens of St. Louisans who served at K2, and many of them may not know their health concerns could be connected to their time serving during the War on Terror. But both Welsh and Donahue say the Department of Defense needs to be doing more. The DoD acknowledges K2 has a history in a report sent to doctors. The report explains that soldiers who served there reported a bad smell and black goo at the site. The handout blames a leaking Soviet-era underground fuel distribution system. It also acknowledges asbestos and low-level radioactive processed uranium in the soil. Additionally, the document revealed trace amounts of nerve and blister agents have been found in a test, but points out more recent tests are negative and claims those early tests were likely false positives. The handout also offers this advice for doctors on how to manage concerns from patients. Thank them for that service.
I think it's very important that the pace at which the organizations are trying to get the answers move a lot faster.
But veterans impacted by K2 will keep having to cut through red tape until the Department of Defense officially declares it a hazardous site. For Donahue, even after dealing with cancer, he still believes in the mission.
To me, was it worth it? I think for everybody that was there, it changed their life.
This Thursday, there will be a congressional hearing where Scott and other veterans will testify about their health issues while serving at K2. Now, if you or someone you know was based at K2, you can reach out to me via email or through my KMOV Facebook page. Chris Negus, News 4 Investigates.